So welcome back to the Disting EX Granulator. So last time we spoke about using keyboard or CV gate to play the algorithm like an instrument. There's a particular subset of that application which I'm going to cover now, which is crossfade looping, which is where we make use of the spawn mode and the shape parameters to achieve a particular result. So let me start by loading in a different sample. I'm going to load one I've got here, which is one of the Spitfire choir samples that is on the SD card that comes with the disting. I'll just load that in. Now this is a long sample. It's actually longer than the maximum buffer size in this mode, which is over 30 seconds. And it sounds something like that. It's a choir. Now with, let's just set the drone on and start playing with the parameters. So that's your kind of normal granulator kind of thing, playing bits of this choir sound, which is all on the same note but evolves in timbre over the course of the thing. Now that is all very nice. You can play kind of big washy chords with that. Like so, but it's a very kind of granulatory sound. However, let's change the spawn mode to mid-grain. So there's two spawn modes, stochastic and mid-grain. Stochastic is random, really. It's a fancy word for random, basically. Using the rate mean and rate spread parameters that we looked at before to randomly spawn a lot of grains at particular times. Mid-grain, basically every time a grain plays, it waits till the grain gets to the middle of the grain and then it spawns another grain, which sounds pretty specific, but if you get the envelopes right, then you've basically got crossfade looping going on, and that is why we have this equal power shape, which is the envelope shape you want when you're looping. And then if we turn off all the randomness of size and randomness of pan here, actually, and randomness of delay, let's maybe make the size a little bit bigger. Then actually you can't see it terribly well because the buffer size is so long that let's make the size even bigger. Basically, now you've only ever got two grains at once per note, which are crossfading and antiphase. So you've basically got this indefinitely looping sound. But of course you still can move around in the sample, so you can get different bits of the note which have different tones, and of course you can put your LFO back in that we had before. There we go. So that's our, what have we got for envelopes at the moment? Okay, so we've got velocity envelope, we've got normal envelopes to level. Let's make our attack and decay times a little bit longer, and then why don't we turn on our output delay as well to make it a bit washier, and lots of feedback, and then we'll have a nice big chord. It's another way of using the samples that we have, in this case the Spitfire choir, but that'll loop forever now, just by holding the note down in a nice smooth loopy way. And of course we can stick our CV gate back in. I'm not sure what that's going to sound like with this sequence. Let's try. We'll need to give the put the envelope, the attack and decay right down. Okay, it's so slow. To attack, we're not even hearing it there, but let's, why don't we slow this down a little bit? In fact, why don't we take that into a different output? There we go. I guess just to make the point that it works through CV gate just as well as it works through MIDI. But if you want to hold an 8-note chord, then MIDI is definitely your friend here. And of course that will work with live audio. You don't have to do it with a preloaded sample, but I'm just demoing it there with a Spitfire choir sound. Yes, and that's it. So that's crossfade looping with the disting EX Granulator.